Welcome to day 4 of Camera Confidence. My name is Danielle Benson, and I am here to guide you through this process every step of the way. Today we're going to talk about keeping it fresh, because one of the hardest things about doing video, especially doing video on your own, is staying energized, is staying alive, is still having fun when you're on take 7 or take 8 or take 14. And it can get really, really frustrating. And you can't let that frustration get to you. The temptation often is to just push through, like whatever, I'm gonna get it done. But the problem with that is that often at the end of doing all your takes, you're technically better, and you might say all the right words and you might be able to do it all in one take, but your energy could be flagging, you could be angry, you could be frustrated. So when you start out all like, hey, what's up? And then you finish the video like this, that's not so good. And your first take is most likely to be fresh and fun, but it's also most likely to have the most mistakes. So we gotta find a way to balance that out and keep that energy going even while we're getting more and more specific. Now, we're gonna talk about rehearsal styles in week 3, because this does depend on how you rehearse as well. So depending on the video, if it's something that's really intense, you might rehearse a day before or a couple of days before to really get your script down. For these videos, because it's content that I know pretty well and I want to be really real with you and I want to do it all in one take, I'm actually rehearsing as part of my first few takes. So take 1 and 2 and sometimes 3 is a rehearsal, and then take 4 and 5 and 6 are my final takes. Something that I would really recommend is anytime you're rehearsing in front of the camera, rehearse like it's a real take. Because the worst thing, and this has happened to me, is when you're just, you're just screwing around, you're just doing a rehearsal take, whatever. So, you're not wearing your mic, or, your hair's funny or something. And then it ends up being perfect. And you're like, no, why did I not have everything in place? Why were my lights not on? Because that was so perfect. And it's hard to recreate. So every time you're in front of the camera, do it like it's the last time, like this is the take, even if it's a rehearsal take, because then you have a lot more options of what to use. So what I recommend is if you are doing a big chunk of filming, I wouldn't recommend starting out like this, but if you do end up doing like an online course or something like this, you will end up have to doing a chunk of filming altogether. You won't be able to do like little bits every day. Like for me, each week takes me between 1 and 3 days. So I'm spending between 1 and 3 days, between 4 and 8 hours a day filming. So I'm doing multiple days in one day. So that can get tiring. And I don't want day 1 to be all like, hey, what's up? This is awesome. And day 3 to be like, so welcome to day 3 of Camera Confidence. That's not good. So I gotta keep my energy up the whole time. So if you are doing a big chunk of filming, make sure you take really big breaks in between each video. So you're gonna take mini breaks in between each take, but take a big break between each video. So I take half an hour between each video just to stop and chill. I drink water, I hang out, and I just kind of get my energy back so that when I'm starting to film day 2 or day 3 or day 7, then I'm more fresh again. So take big breaks in between is very important. Have sugar, whatever you need. And then in between each take, even if you feel like you want to just keep going, just take a couple of seconds just to do something to get you back into the energy. Because often your energy starts to flag before you notice. I do a lot of assisting people when they're doing video, and my job is to actually sit off to the side and watch their energy levels and make sure that they're consistent throughout their video. Because especially if you're doing edits and you're doing pickups, your tone and your energy has to be exactly the same the whole way through. If you're doing just one take, you've got a little bit more leeway, but you still have to be kind of consistent, So you may not notice you're getting a little bit frustrated. You may not notice you're getting a little bit tired. So it's a really good idea in between each take just to make it a habit. And these are the things that you can do between takes. Personally, my favorite is to sing. So before every single take, I will stand here and I will fix my hair and do whatever I need to do to get ready, and I will sing. And I don't always sing the same song. I have a playlist when I'm getting set up, and I'll just choose from there. But if you do want to have the same energy every time, then you can sing the same song every time and it'll get you to that same place. For me, singing is really the thing, but singing might not work for you. So another thing you can do is do a little dance. Do a little dance on the spot, do a little jive, do a little happy dance. And that's actually even better than singing because it gets you in your body. Because what you don't want to do is you don't want to get stiff while you're standing here. If you're mic'd up and everything kind of has to be in the right place, You've got limited mobility, so anything you can do to get you into your body in between takes is also a fantastic idea. You can tell jokes, so if you know that there's someone on the other side who's going to be editing this, you can tell jokes to them and try and make them laugh. If you're editing yourself, just make yourself laugh. So make funny faces, tell silly stories, whatever you need to do to just kind of get out of the, this has to be perfect, I have to do things right, and into a more fun, more free way of being. One of my favorite things to do to get out of my head is to say the fuck it mantra. So I have this mantra that I teach people who are too much in their head and too worried about getting it perfect. If that's you, before every video, say fuck it 10 times. Fuck it, 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 and then go. You do have to swear. It doesn't work so well if you say like fudge or something that doesn't kind of like mildly offend you, because the whole point is that it's getting you out of, it's being taboo, it's getting you out of your comfort zone, it's doing something risque. So you can do that. You can jump up and down, you can wobble, like that is really good. Anything that you can do to get you out of your head and into your body. That is the best thing to do in between takes and in between every single take. So make this a habit. Now you're not going to need this for your video journal because your video journal is all about being authentic and where you are. But this is a trick for when you are doing promotional videos or you're doing, video blogs or online courses, and you need to be maybe a little bit more upbeat than you're feeling, or you need to kind of control your mood a little bit and your energy, because on video you do need to be quite energized. When you're doing like public speaking and stuff, you can be quite relaxed, but on video, because people are often multitasking when they're watching you, you do have to be very like boom, there, present. Not like you have to change your personality, but you have to be you with a lot of energy. You want a very energized, happy day kind of thing. And it will depend on the type of videos that you're doing. Like if you're doing more serious videos, you won't be like, hey, what's up? But you will still want to be, open and warm and inviting. And that takes a certain type of energy too. So you don't have anything to do today. You don't have any exercises. I just wanted to introduce this concept to you because you're going to be using this when you do your assignment on Friday. Yes, you will. And hopefully any other videos that you do, if you are doing Facebook Lives or anything like that during this course, use this tip. It works really well. So that's it. I'll see you tomorrow for day 5.